So for our new warm-up, the first thing you're going to do is make a window across the entire page. Once you've got a window across the entire page, we're going to focus on one section at a time. So I am in the top left, and this is about fractions. And the goal here, and I'm going to make a window within my window, the goal is to just review some of the skills that we need for computation, because there's some parts of this that people are getting confused on, so this is just a review. When you are adding fractions, the first thing you do is find the lowest common denominator. LCD stands for lowest common denominator. Then you add the numerators and keep the denominators. Okay? When you subtract fractions, very similar. Find the lowest common denominator. This time, though, you're going to subtract numerators and then keep denominators. When you multiply fractions, this is the part where people are getting confused. People are trying to find the lowest common denominator when they multiply, and you don't need to do that. So I actually wrote it and then marked it out to really remind myself I am not doing lowest common denominator when I multiply. The way that you multiply fractions is that Nike swoosh. You just do it. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominators. When you divide fractions, again, people are trying to find lowest common denominators and you don't do it. The way that you divide fractions is keep times flip. Now we're going to go to this side, the top right, and I'm doing another window. And this is going to review decimal operations. Okay. When you're adding decimals, you line up the decimals. Dot, dot, dot. When you subtract, you line up the decimals. Dot, dot, dot. When you multiply, though, you ignore the decimals. Okay? You ignore them at first, and then you do the thing where you count the places. When you divide decimals, you ignore the decimals. And then you do the thing where you move it up. Okay. So that's just your review of fraction and decimal operations. Because I think at this point you know the numbers, but you're getting confused about which ones do you find lowest common denominator for, which one do you line the decimals up for, which one do you count over for. So this is just a reminder. Underneath decimals, you're making yourself another window. So now I'm at the bottom right. Okay? And this is just the vocabulary. Addend plus addend equals sum. Difference how many more subtract. Factor times factor equals product. Dividend divided by divisor equals quotient. And that really covers all of the computation. So what I want to use for this last place, we're making 2 T-charts. Because I think a lot of you, if you don't know your multiplication facts, it's the 7s and 8s you don't know. So we're doing 7 and 8. Next to the 7, do 7 dots. Next to the 8, do 8 dots. And then underneath the 7, you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you do the same under the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. I think most of you are pretty solid there. Now, if you already know your 7s, you know them. But if you don't, the reason we put these dots here is because they help you count on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 3 times 7 is 21. And then I can count on again with the dots. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. If you were lucky enough to be in 3rd grade with me, then you could also sing to the tune of Happy Birthday, which I'm going to do right now, live, recorded on my computer. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70. And then look, jazz hands. Okay. The 8s work the same way with the dots. Okay. You know 1 times 8 is 8. You probably know 2 times 8 is 16. Okay. If you don't know past that, you count on. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And the 8th song is more challenging, but it's beautiful. Fly through the clouds on a hot air balloon, cruising along to the swing of this tune. 8, 16, 24, then 32, 40 and 48, up in the blue. Down to the cloud that strikes 56, 64 comes as the bright lightning flicks. Go on to the 72 and hold on tight, 'cause 80 is all that is left of this flight. And that is your new warm-up that helps you learn all of your computation.